have great leadership. We have a great senior class. They've been in this position many, many times. So I think we're looking to them to show us how to go after it.
Senior center back Jordan Inga grew up in Ankeny, Iowa, just 25 miles south of Ames. She loved soccer and Iowa State. So when Iowa State coach Tony Manata gave her an offer to play soccer as a Cyclone, it was a no-brainer.
Growing up in Iowa, I always wanted to go to Iowa State, so once the opportunity came, I couldn't pass it up.
The two-time state champion came to campus in 2015 and noticed the game was much faster in the Big 12 than it was in high school.
You know, the first year, one of the first practices, the ball came to her, and she actually was trying to decide what she was going to do with the ball when one of the seniors just ran around her, took it, and went and scored a goal, and she was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Realizing that the game is a lot faster, a lot more intense. You have to play for, no matter if you're in practice or a game. And you know, the first opportunity or glimpse we got to see her play really at a high level was in the Iowa game her freshman year.
It was only fitting that the Iowa native's first action came against the in-state rival, Iowa Hawkeyes.
So that was my first game I played in, which was very exciting because I'm from Iowa, so it's a big rivalry. A little nervous, and I think you could tell right away when I went in, but I knew that I had to make the most of my opportunity if I wanted to keep playing, and that's what I did.
And she did indeed, being a spark plug off the bench right when the team needed it most.
She got in there, and like one of the first times she touched the ball, she just flew forward, and the other team wasn't expecting it, and she went right at them and was just fearless. Right then and there, you could see that she just had that special quality, that she rises to the occasion, true gamer type player, and that's really was the first time that we really knew she was going to be the type player she is today.
Ever since that debut, Coach Manata knew she needed to be on the field, and each season her time on the field increased, so much so that she was on the field for all but 15 minutes of the team's games last season.
The reality is, with so many consistent performances that we've had, she's been steady, constant, and one of the main reasons that's kept us in games. We've had some really close games, some great opportunities, and she's a huge reason why we're in those games.
Starting every game and playing 90-plus minutes in all but one game isn't possible for many players. But Jordan Inga isn't like many players.
Taking care of my body, doing everything I can, being proactive about everything, drinking water, eating well, getting the rest when I need it, going in for treatment, making sure I'm on top of things so I can play those 90 minutes every game.
Just that progression and see the commitment that she's made to want to really perform at a high level has been awesome to watch.
Jordan is now enjoying and embracing her final season with the Cyclones, with a senior class that has become so close over the years.
I think we're one of the only, we have the most in our class, and we've all been here since freshman year, so we've all been together, lived together, still do, so it's been pretty awesome, getting to play all 4 years with everyone and going out on our last season together.
With her career coming to an end, the senior captain reflects on what makes playing at Iowa State so special.
Just the atmosphere, team atmosphere. The games when we come here, there's always tons and tons of fans, so just getting to play here and the people I play with.
And Coach Manata knows at the end of this season, he's going to be losing one of a kind.
You know, she's an ultimate competitor. She hates to lose, and she shows it with her play, just consistent effort, battling time and time again to not let the ball go in our goal. And off the field, she just always has a smile on her face. She's great teammate, somebody that everybody really respects. She just is a true Cyclone.
For Cyclones.tv, I'm Zach Williamson. This is Marin Daniel. The redshirt sophomore is one of the anchors of the Cyclone defense. She is so important that she has played every minute of the team's first 13 games this season.
She just has a will and a desire about her that you don't see in a lot of players. And it's just a toughness, and it's very fun to be able to coach a player like that because it's an extension of the coaching staff on the field. She's just tough-minded and just wants to succeed.
I think the biggest thing about Mar is how coachable she is. She's someone that's just always willing to hear feedback and always wants to get better, and I think that's a major reason why she's showed so much growth since her freshman year. And I think her height is very helpful. I clearly am not that tall, but I always know if a ball is going over the top, Mar's always there heading the ball, and she's a really good 1v1 defender too. She's always moving her feet, and it's very rare that someone gets past her on the dribble.
What makes the Iowa native's playing time even more impressive is the adversity she has overcome in the past year. Daniel was named a starter a year ago, but after just 2 games, an ACL tear during practice brought her season to a crashing end.
That was hard news. I don't think it hit me really until after surgery and after getting everything, where it was like, wow, this is really real. So afterwards though, I was just like, now it's time to get back to the grind and work as hard as I can to get back. And also just knowing what it was like to not have soccer, just gave me an extra drive this year to go out there and play every game like it's my last, because you never really know.
She didn't let this setback bring her down. Instead, she pushed forward and demonstrated determination and positivity, attributes that her teammates and Coach Manata rave about.
You know, the thing about Marn is I got a text message from her this summer, and she said, hey, have you ever seen the David Goggins, Joe Rogan podcast? And I was like, yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. And that mentality that she has is just, she really buys into the 40% rule, which you have, when you hit your point where you think you're done, you have 60% more to go, and she just keeps pushing through and keeps fighting.
Lauren is just an all-around good player. She's somebody that everyone wants to play like, and you know you're always going to get your best effort from her. And from being on the sideline, she's somebody that I always like to watch and to learn from, because she's somebody that I would love to play like.
Daniel's work ethic on the pitch and in the classroom is second to none. She credits this to her parents, who are collegiate athletes themselves. Her mom, Jen, played basketball at Drake University, while her dad, Dave, became a 1,000-point scorer at Loras College. Their experiences are what helped mold Marin into the person and player she is today.
It's been good to have them to be people I can bounce stuff off of. If I'm struggling with something in soccer or anything, they have that experience too. So it's been good to be able to go to them. And they've definitely taught me how to work hard and how hard it is to be a college athlete. And they're it's not easy, but it's worth it in the end.
Marin is thrilled to be back on the field, but it's the camaraderie and togetherness that she shares with her teammates that she holds closest to her heart.
Even the bus rides, sometimes they get boring and long, but we always have fun. We'll be playing karaoke or just doing stupid games. That's the part I'll remember the rest of my life. So that's what I cherish the most, for sure.
As the 2018 season plays out, Marin Daniel has established herself as a player that must be marked by every Big 12 opponent. For Cyclones.tv with Zach Streiber, I'm Zach Williamson.